So there are three levels of relationship. The outer court, the inner court, and the holiest of all. Outer court, inner court, and the holiest of all, or holies of holy. In your life, you'll be making a great mistake, whether in business, whether in the corporate world, whether in ministry, to bring people who should be at the outer court to the inner court. And to bring those who should be at the inner court to the holies of holy. You see, these are not things that men sat down to reason. They are things that are spiritual laws. They are things, sometimes you look at your life, you just find out that some people you should keep at the outer court, that you brought into the inner court, and the people came to mess your life up. Those who you should keep at the inner court, that you brought to the holiest of all, they messed it up. Because in this life, people are involved in anything that happens. As good as relationship is, it has cost some people destiny. It has cost some people opportunity. It has cost some people life. Very vital, because we need men. Anything that has to move on earth has to move through men. And if you hear a preacher preach that, you might be thinking, that's the thing about God. As much as we need men, you have to put them in cadres. You don't need every man in your inner court. You don't need everyone in your holies of all. You will mess life up. People who have great regret today in life is because of people. People who have great joy today for something, whatever that happened, is people that are involved. So you have to choose. Those who you should keep at the inner court that you brought to the holiest of all, they messed it up. Because in this life, people are involved in anything that happens. As good as relationship is, it has cost some people destiny. It has cost some people opportunity. It has cost some people life. Very vital, because we need men. Anything that has to move on earth has to move through men. And if you hear a preacher preach that, you might be thinking, that's the thing about God. As much as we need men, you have to put them in cadres. You don't need every man in your inner court. You don't need everyone in your holies of all. You will mess life up. People who have great regret today in life is because of people. People who have great joy today for something, whatever that happened, is people that are involved. So you have to choose. You have to decide. Everybody can be your friend. Everybody can be an acquaintance. So that's outer court. Everybody can be my friend. It's not possible. Not even someone like me. It's very difficult. Because your pain is traceable to people. Most time, it doesn't matter where you do business, what you do. You have to choose that these ones are the outer court. It costs a little bit more to be at the inner court. Then it costs much more to be at the holiest of all. Nobody dies at the outer court. The outer court is a lawless place. There are no laws. Live as you just want to. Do as you just want to. Just operate as you want to. That's outer court. You have friends who just, they lose guard. And they are your close friend. Pastor Adeboye said long ago, I heard him, there are things that generals say, it doesn't leave me, even if it's yes, I heard it. He said, I have just 10 friends. 10, worldwide. Not Nigeria, worldwide. I know 2 of his friends. John Hagee is his friend. Reverend Dr. Mokpai is his friend. That's the only 2 I think I know. John Hagee. Not Kenneth Hagee, no. John Hagee is his friend. Reverend Dr. Mokpai is his friend. I don't know the other ones. He said they are now 7 because 3 are late. At that level, he says he has 10 friends. 10. It's not saying that he doesn't know. You know a lot of people around him. But he said there are 10 that are his inner circle. You observe that Jesus functioned that way too. The 12, outside court. Are you know what I'm saying? The 3, inner court. 1, holiest of all. The 12, outer court. Peter, James, and John, inner court. John, holiest of all. It can't be different with you. God came on earth. He came to, one of the things Jesus came to do, among others, is that he came to show us divine patterns. The pain that people go through in life is traceable to people. You see, if we make wise decisions, we can reduce our pain. Never bring someone who should stay at the outer court to your inner court. It will mess it up. Outer court is a totally lawless place. They can be shouting, fighting, kicking. There's nothing going on there because you're not offering anything there. Where the real business goes on is at the inner court. That's why the sons of Aaron, when they misfired, something hit them. They died. Business continues. You know what I'm saying? They died. Check. God's holiest of all, only one man could go there. Aaron. If you want to go far in this life, in as much as you need people, you don't need everybody in your holiest of all. Because if you have everybody in your holiest of all, you will not even go anywhere. I am certain. They mess it up. Some of you right now have people, all kind of people hanging around. Because when we come to preach that people are very important, God moves through men on earth. If we are not quick to balance it, your hands are wide open like this. You're waiting for every man. Everybody that comes your way can be your friends. No. It's not true. When you bring people to your holiest inner court and you find out that it looked like you made a mistake, send them back to the outer court. Life is one. And we have to live it to the fullest. But you can't live it like that without making strong decisions. If you're afraid to make decisions, you are not going anywhere. Because we are product of decisions that we make. As it has to do with anything. I just don't care. You bring somebody to the holiest of all, and you find out that, it's a mistake. Push the person back to the inner court, holy place. If you still find out that one is a mistake too, because how you know the outer court is that it's lawless. No rules. Everybody, anything goes, anything, just boogie here, boogie there, anything. How you know the inner court is that you begin to see some signs of commitment. How you know the holiest of all? Obviously, you see sacrifice. Say inner court, signs of commitment. Signs of commitment. Different from sacrifice. That's why in ministry, for instance, everybody cannot be everything as it relates to a ministry. I don't care who the person is. And it's not premised on the fact that you have been in that ministry for long, you better the vision with the ministry. That's not a yardstick to be in the inner court. You find some people somewhere, they say, we started this work together. No, it's not the starting. It's as it relates to that ministry. What is your position? Are you lawless? If you are lawless, you are important, but you are needed at the outer court. Because at the inner court, lawlessness is not welcomed. We don't need time to be teaching you how not to be lawless. We expect that if you have moved from the outer court to the inner court, you know that lawlessness is not a welcome ideology. Then when you find people who are making all the sacrifice there is to be, those ones are not at the inner court. They are the holiest of all. Wisdom speaks. So you find people in places, they say, the leader doesn't like them. Leaders don't like people anyhow. Leaders don't like people anyhow. They are go-getters. They are achievers. They want to make something happen. That's their focus. And they're not going about liking people. Hey, but why is that? He likes this person. He likes this person. No, those people decided to be at the inner court. Because at that place, we don't teach you how to make sacrifice. You already know sacrifice. So you came there because you were making sacrifice. At the inner court, where some commitment, some, just showing signs. They were asking Jesus a question. They were asking a question just before he went to the cross. For whatever reason, Peter and co knew that John can get the answer from him. So they whispered to John. So in any organization, everybody don't know everything. Don't make everybody know everything. It doesn't work. Everybody don't need to know everything. Serious matters can be going on, only two persons can know. It can go on after 1 year, maybe 5, some persons can know. Then maybe after 1.5 years, And meanwhile, the more we are telling, the more we are diluting it. Because we can't tell the 5 people the way we said it to But when you get to the outer court, where lawlessness is, you hide secret. Because they can't do business with it. Spiritually, secrets implicate you. If I get to any ministry, you have heard my story so much, but I will not be tired saying the story because it's my story. I'm not sharing about one preacher somewhere. It's my story. My story. When I got to Delta State University, I've spent just a few. In Winners Chapel, you don't just wander around and just find yourself at the front. 3 months, 4 months, shook the place a little. Because it was because of me, people were coming to church to pray every day. Because I was praying every day, morning to evening, when I've not resumed. Morning to evening, morning to evening. People started coming. After 3 months plus, between 3 months and 4 months, I became a communion steward. As I was doing business where people who have been in that church for 4 years have not done business. Had unusual access. It's not free. They watched me. They knew that I was willing to make sacrifice. They already saw the sacrifice I was making. Because in the church, when they close, you think I'm one of the senior pastors. I had to stop it. Because when they close, you will see crowd coming my direction. Oh boy. This thing didn't start today. As they are going to see the pastor, they too want, young people, they want counseling. I was into counseling. Not being anything in that church, I had to stop it because the attention was too much. And when you are in a place, you don't have to steal the show. Young people don't know that today. Think that you can just be doing anything. You don't have to steal the show. Wait for your time. Wait for your time. And I was doing a lot of counseling, doing a lot of ministration. I was doing a lot. And from a good heart, I wasn't trying to show anything. I was doing it. For whatever reason, those people found me. I'm talking of a church of 2,000 plus. So you should know what I'm talking of. What can I say? Is it Ibadan? Is it Ibadan? Is it Ibadan? Well, we're at, what's that place now? This complex, Agbo complex. Atinuke Hall. Is it Ibadan? Is it Edo State? I found out that when it comes to organizations, when it comes to ministry, people have to make decisions. Leaders are looking for people to help hold their hand. Leaders are not just looking for people to be around them. They don't need... Leaders enjoy themselves. If they must have people around them, they are looking for people who can help them. They enjoy themselves. You think no leader is looking for people to be around to be fine. He's already okay. He was okay before. He is satisfied. So if people must be around, they must be contributing. Nobody should be in your holies of holy when they are not willing to contribute to your life. When they are not willing to contribute to what is on your hand. I don't care who they are. And if you have them there, dethrone them. Send them back. Life, we are proud of decisions that we make. Bad decision, bad life. Good decision, good life. At the end of the day, you find out the decision that we make have a way of controlling us. So this fasting period, you must trust God to open your eyes to see the decisions you have made wrongly, to undo it. Somebody can't have boyfriend, and you know that they are messing up, and it's your good friend. Are you okay? You say you want to change the person, and you have spent 1 month. You have not yet said anything. The person wants to change you, my friend. You have a friend, you know, in your very presence, he is calling somebody. He's in your presence at Agbo. They say he's on his way coming from Monia. And you will just smile. There is challenge. Send the person back to outer court. Because it's not that person on phone he will lie to alone. He will soon lie to you. You'll soon be a victim of what you were laughing about. At the outer court, there are no laws. Somebody can urinate here. Anything goes. Just do whatever you like. But the inner court, there's a way to carry yourself. There's a way to function. Bishop, never make mistake of bringing people to the inner courts. That should be at the outer courts. They mess it up. Isaiah 58. This message is very relevant. What I said now. And most of the pain people are going through right now, people cause it. It's people. You know, there was a king in Israel that opened the temple. Is Hezekiah, right? Opened it to that man that came. He's from Babylon now. He gave him access to all. When the prophet came, the prophet said, how many things did he see here? He said, there's nothing that he didn't see. He said, everything he saw, they will be taken. In as much as he has seen anything here, know that those things that he saw will be taken from you, be taken from the temple. Were they taken? Surely they were taken. You have great idea. Secret, the people who don't even want you to rise in life. You know, we live in a generation where people talk. Someone like me, I'm not impressed by it. I'm not impressed. I don't care what anybody is saying. I'm not impressed. I want to observe you first. And be sure, that you have a track record on these matters. Anybody can say anything. We said this today. Next tomorrow, we jump on that. 2 weeks' time. Say, yeah, I'm happy for you. He's not happy. It's not happy. Discernment is an advantage. It's not happy. Sometimes you want to tell people things and you just lose your peace. Don't tell them again. You don't care who they are. Don't tell them. God knows more than you do. God knows all heart. Don't tell them. I don't care whether you are promised that you tell them. Say, hey, see, just hold on. We'll discuss this one. Don't tell them again. Because it's not right for you to tell them. That's what it means.